where you know they are, so you get the free cash when they leave.
Yeah, here you go. Oh, Traffelli getting a Venger and getting the kill, getting some money for himself here. Now he's looking to get Steve McNeil his way. Oh, he gets the shot into Steve. Steve trying to get away in that truck, but it's so slow and he finishes him off.
So now we got Rustamar picking up himself a couple of bucks outside of that, since he's going to be taking down our money de facto duo there. So still rotations coming in very slow in comparison to what we were seeing in competitive map. Again, this is kind of fun. Everybody's getting caught in these little side skirmishes here. You can see the replay down in the bottom left. That's Rustamar just destroying them down there with some nice shots.
Yeah, Cyanide here with my personal favorite gun. Let's see if he can catch these members of OMG with it. He is pushing ahead. You know, the VSS is so silent. It is so quiet. It is so hard to hear where it's coming from. That's my favorite thing about it, especially in duos. You can just shoot whatever, pretty much, and nobody has any idea where the bullets are coming from.
And it gives it some strength on this map, because that's one of the things about how you play on Sandhawk. Everybody third parties all the time. You've got these hills, you've got all these little sneaky angles that you can play on. So running around with a silent weapon is kind of the next level strategy, as long as you can hit the shots, because sometimes it feels like you could take the bullets out of a VSS and throw them at an enemy and they move faster.
I think the big key of Sandhawk is silence saves lives, because it's a third-party capital of the world. So if you can kill someone with a VSS, they can't turn around. But here's Rari going down on the bridge. Silent BT going for the right side peak. There's the headshot from Cyanide. Nice one, baby.
Yeah, Break has to drop down below the bridge. Edberg here now trying to find some shots into OMG, but Jalai turns right on him.
So now we got Cyanide, the last guy up. He's got the VSS. No good angles to work with right now. You can see Break did survive as well. Jumped down into the waters, just trying to get away from the situation. Spreezy, though, looking on the other side of it, trying to take the shots back over towards Break. Very aware of where he is at. So everybody's just trying to reset a little bit, try to get a little bit of distance, trying to get a little bit of health.
Spreezy seeing if he can connect with that M24. Just a little bit of health left there for Break, so if he just lands anything, that'll be it for Break. Winner, in the meantime, getting the last member of the Brazilian Crusaders. Well, one of the duos for the Brazilian Crusaders.
And a res on Edberg, too. That's a nice play coming up from Cyanide.
I think it's funny that our pro teams are actually going after each other. It's almost like they chose to leave the streamers alone and finish some old grudge matches and get them out of the way. So we'll keep an eye on that on the sidelines. But Cyanide pushing forward here. Lion KK, now this is a killer. And that's what I'm talking about. That pro showdown looks like it's happening.
I love it. I want to see these pros go at it. I want to see a little vengeance, a little, you know, maybe there's a little bad blood from the group stages and they want to take it out on each other. I'm okay with that.
Brazilian Crusaders, Rogi, the last guy up from his squad, and he's got two duos that are sneaking up right next to him. That's kind of the thing about the... these solos to survive for so long, man.
Absolutely. You got Tweeday, Spreezy up here, Froz with his partner, T-Bone. Look, so far they haven't really seen each other too much. You know, Spreezy and Tweeday up on the coast there, trying to maybe look at this bridge. You've got two members, I think it's Ghost Star and Norcus, trying to cross that bridge.
There's a ton of players right in this spot. I think that we've got, I think it's 6 duos all right to the north of where this new circle has popped at. So MP5, 17 Syntax, they're in a good spot, but that's about it. Almost all the other players are going to have to make their way inside this new safe zone.
4 out of 24 Matchroom got inside the circle. The rest are going to walk through the gauntlet of death as they make their way towards the temple, which is now, I guess, a temple of doom.
Well, it's interesting, Sentex and 17 were pretty much the only ones who dropped on the west here. Wookie Bookie and his teammate as well went to Sanmi, but basically everybody else was on the main island on the east, and so it's going to be really difficult. And like you said, Toffees, there's going to be a gauntlet to get through.
I think you forgot my name for a second. That was hurtful.
I was going to call you Stevie, and then I'm like, well, that's...
My bad, Paper Thick.
Well, while that was going on, we did see Spreezy get spotted out, so now Tweeday in a lot of trouble as they got the AW7 player on one side and T-Bone on the other. We're coming over here with Scoom now, and that's going to be a nice walk-up, and Break gets taken down and eliminated in 27th place.
Wow, Scoom and Danik looking good here.
More importantly, Scoom versus Break. A little bit of old-school action there. Some streamers, guys who've been around since the very beginning. You know I love nothing more than seeing Scoom get a headshot so we can all yell it.
Well, we got Silent on the approach, hunting down the downed member of AW7. Gets eyes on the other one underneath of the building. And look at this, OMG is just on the hunt. And there you go. That's another set of kills coming out for OMG.
5 kills for these two players. A nice start for them, wiping out the Indonesia team, the Aerowolves, Skoom and Danak, moving up towards this facility as well. Zhao Hai and the other member of OMG, they are safely within the circle, but they've got a couple teams pulling up on them.
Just as a reminder, if you're just now tuning in, we're doing our show matches because I'm willing to bet some of our competitive fans are popping into this like, why are we on Sandhawk and who are these people? We got some streamers, some personalities, some celebrities all hanging out, just having a couple of fun matches.
Yeah, hopefully let's get a check-in with the banana suits here in a little bit and see where these guys are. Remember, those of you just tuning in, we've got 4 guys dressed in yellow. They're worth $1,000 each, $8,000 for winning this thing, and of course, bragging rights among the streamers and influencers community.
Wow, Froz getting a kill for himself here. The analyst from the PEL.
Here we go. We've actually got the comms from Martin, Avenger himself. He's just like kind of describing what happened and how they can go about maybe trying to improve as they go through. I'm curious, is he actually like cursed? He's got the hands going.
He's got
like,
that Bobby Knight flavor going
this is the
right
way you
now.
go. Gotta do this and you gotta do that.
They got that look on their face like, I don't know if this guy realizes that we're using remotes here. Martin, very serious. I wish I could hear those comms. Maybe next time we'll give it a shot. But back to Zhao Hai as he continues to cause trouble. Squeaky down there looking to fight back. 2 teams with high expectations. A little bit of a redemption potential right now.
Squeaky went for a nice reposition around the rocks. Here comes the Molotov. Remember, we do have extra bonuses coming out for Molotovs and melee kills, but Squeaky just gets pressed from 2 different angles, and that's going to be another OMG kill.
6 kills, that's $600 at least, assuming that they didn't get any of the other bonus prizes for killing some of our special players here.
Syntax.
Oh my goodness.
Syntax, he's going up a hill that he might not want to go up. As Spartan is just waiting for him. The spray comes through and Syntax goes down.
Spartan's got that Groza, making quick work of Syntax there, landing the headshot to finish off that kill. So great work here by Spartan and the member of MP5, one of our Taiwan teams.
A ghillie suit in Sandhawk is cruel and unusual punishment, especially when you're hiding around rocks and stuff like that. It's just like a shrubbery that just comes out and eats you.
As we wait for this headshot to take place, a quick shout out to the man with the Groza who chose not to do the tac reload. Remember, when you're playing at home, you don't always have to reload after the 4th bullet in case his partner had pushed up on top of them.
Well, the other 2 members of the Blue Bees got taken out, our Japanese team. They still have the other, Lively and KR10 are still up and running here. See if they can make it work, but there's a lot of teams starting to take some blue damage as this circle did hard shift to the west. Lively trying to find the headshot onto Froz with that SLR.
Froz is about to make a walk across a bridge he might regret. We got the BBs just sitting there waiting for them as they make the approach. You can see a lot of smoke's already gone down, so we know shots have been exchanged. Got T-Bone back behind him, so if you've been watching a whole bunch of competitive PUBG for a while, you guys should be aware of it. Froz, he keeps going for it, but I just don't think that he spotted him out. And here we go. This seems to be a running theme as it's OMG just tearing into another duo as Whitey Dude goes down as well.
OMG putting on a show here for the Chinese fans who are very excited about this. Now we're back to Lively. Oh, but he takes a shot at himself. Oh, no.
It feels like the OMG players have something they're wanting to prove. I don't know. Does it feel that way to you guys?
A little bit. I think they chose to grab a shark point, but a nice headshot from T-Bone. MP5 takes out 17. You hate to see it.
To be fair, he's a coach, so it's all right. You don't have to win the 1v2 if you're a coach, right?
Maybe. I think in that situation, maybe go for it. I do want to point out, Froz is stuck on a bridge. He chose not to drive across it because he knew he'd die if he did that.
That's a good call. If
but
you guys are not familiar with Froz driving,
you can't watch, you can't drive. If I'm him, I swim because it may be the only safe option. Well, and he's going to go ahead and get in the water.
I love how Froz specifically knows we are going to ride him so hard if he gets into a car, so he has just opted into walking everywhere. Nice shots coming out from Clouds, and that's going to be Kaz getting down and immediately flushed.
Yeah, they were stuck in the blue for so long. You can still see his teammate Sigsy is in the blue as well, and he just had no choice. He had to get in, and the other 2 members of OMG were just waiting for him.
That's kind of the thing that can happen on Sandhawk. With the amount of rivers and the way that all these bridges cross over, you end up having to do a lot of foot crosses, swimming through. A lot of people just having to eat a lot of blue damage, so you can see them getting chunked out as they're just trying to figure out how to reposition through. And oh, Ghost Star, looks like he's still holding another angle, just waiting to see if anybody can come on an approach.
Yeah, he's got Froz and T-Bone coming up here as well. T-Bone back into the blue with Froz here. They don't like what they see. There's already some shots coming down. Froz taking a bit of damage, but the shot's not landing here from Norcus.
That was a nice little duck that Froz did to try to avoid the headshots. So now the problem is they're still outside and in the blue. So we got Norcus holding the angle. Ghost Star's just still sitting here, gatekeeping them out. But on the other side of the map, we have a huge fight that's popping off. We've got, 4 different duos all just stacked up on top of each other, and holding that funnel position is going to be OMG. Meanwhile, down towards the south, we've got Fuzzface, Uba, Rustamar, Trefeli, all looking back over towards Wookie Bookie as they're trying to make the approach up on this.
Oh, Wookie Bookie just able to get behind that tree, but his teammate Michael gets knocked as well. They're out in the blue, and they are hurting badly.
A little bit of an exchange, both sides just trying to regroup for just a moment, but they've got to be very, very cautious. As you can see, it's a lot of EU versus EU action down towards the southern part of this map. A lot of little side fights happening as well. As you can see, Fuzzface gets taken down from, it's going to be the MP5 Spartan holding that angle.
Yeah, Uba trying to throw down some smoke, seeing if he can find a way to get over to Fuzzface. Fuzzface already knocked at least once. He's bleeding out rather quickly. Wookie Bookie having to abandon his teammate here, trying to find a safe way into the news circle. Uba, can he get up on this? He's got members events rolling up behind him.
I just love how Uba's like, no, okay, there's way too much third party that's going on. Let's just go ahead and go for the res, go for the reposition.
I think that's a 5-star Uba right there if I ever took one.
I'll give it to you, Tom. I'll give it to you.
James McCullars is booing me over there. Yeah, all right.
Well, that's what we need to do. We need to get Kalaris on microphone just to like sit up and judge us the entire time we're casting this.
You can just sit.
Wouldn't be toxic at all.
Just heckle. That's awesome. All right, Fuzzface is back up and immediately opens with a headshot on Trefeli. I guess that's how you want to say it. That's what you get for knocking me down in the first place.
I mean, we got Ince and Uba and Fuzzface all right next to each other, taking these pot shots back up towards MP5 Spartan. Oddly enough, we have 2 different MP5 duos that are in great positions holding this down, and somehow Cyanide has crawled his way inside this circle and managing to survive.
Silent Cyanide, VSSs, no comms, and sneaky snakes.
I want him to take this with the VSS so badly. I will go absolutely bananas. Get it? Because they're wearing bananas. All right, so Wookie Bookie doing some work on the ends here. I love this guy, Wookie Bookie. Here comes the grenade. The smokes are down. Will this connect onto Rustamar? Oh, I think it just missed. Oh, no,
there we go. Follows it back up, but we've got Uba and Fuzzface still holding down the top of that hill. Wookie Bookie's trying to make his way forward, but it's going to be some side shots. The third party in effect really hard in Sandhawk as everybody is trying to make their way up this hill. You can see every single time you take that shot, it's going to be somebody just taking a retaliation shot from a different angle.
MP5 doing a great job holding this hill, securing the southern flank. Now they're looking to move in. They feel pretty comfortable. Okay, they've kind of sensed that Fuzzface is down there. They could see that smoke. Fong trying to make sure that this rear angle is covered.
So with this, we have 1 member of AHQ right up next to 2 members of OMG. MP5 kind of looking back onto this. You can see Winner just right on the edge of this. The circle is going to be a little bit problematic for him to have to work with. He's got about another 10 or 15 seconds before he has to crawl forward. He's just trying to use the lip of that hill, and that's what you got to do on Sandhawk, man. You've got to use the terrain to your advantage. Use every rock, every hill that you can, but I gotta say, he's Zhao Hai. He looks like he knows exactly where it's at. Cyanide's got himself some neighbors and perfectly fine with it. Let them defend him.
Just hang out. Just put that VSS on full auto and wait. That's what I want to see. I want to see Cyanide in this at the end. We're about to find out where our next circle is going.
You've got all of these Korean teams winning. You're not going to get the Cyanide thing.
Well,
what? The Cha?
What?
And nobody's even in this building complex. It's like Santa just came by early and was like, this is the building of destiny. It's even right in the middle of the next circle.
Nobody's even there yet.
Wow, why doesn't this ever happen to me in my Sandhawk games?
I know.
Wow.
Maybe it does. Maybe that's why I always lose, because somebody else is getting the double silenced AWM drop. That's hilarious. It's also funny that's an AWM because at this stage of the game, really?
I mean, what are you going to do with an AWM?
You put a red dot
style.
on it.
Yeah, put some red dots on. Just
What about a little, hipfire action with the AWM?
Right, well,
I'd love to see a hipfire headshot.
We've got influencers here. There's nothing they love more than a good 360 no scope, and the AWM's the perfect weapon for that. So maybe somebody gets over and gets a chance to grab it. That's it. We're down to 9 teams, 14 people alive, and the circle is getting smaller. It's go time.
I can't help but feel everybody is looking at that complex with the 2 crates like, that's a trap.
Yep.
I don't go there. So we might not even see anybody pick that one up. But it's going to be Spartan taking down Fuzzface on another angle. We weren't watching at the direct time, but MP5 just raining grenades back over next to OMG. That's one member down and flushed. Silence trying to be as silent as possible. Finally taking a couple of shots, realizing he might be in a little bit of a rough spot. Running back behind the rock and does manage to make it over there.
Ooh, Miss You pushing up here, trying to finish off Silent. Silent able to find a little bit of cover for now to heal up. He is moving down the hill as well as Miss You because they have to get into this new circle pretty soon. There's still a little bit of time. There's still about a minute or so. And it looks like 10 kills here for OMG, Silent, and Zhao Hai. That is crazy, 5 each.
They are having a hell of a game, to say the least, but they still have to walk through MP5.
No!
And Cyanide gets dropped
Come on!
finally. Poor Cyanide, no VSS, but we've got a 2v2 fight that's happening on the outside with MP5 looking like they're going to third party this. Scoom's trying to take the shots over, but down to 6 life as he's trying to retreat back over the hillside. There we go, MP5 walks up, finishes it off, goes for the flush as well. So now just one member caught between 2 different duos. There is nowhere to go. He is now eliminated, so it's Ghost Star and Norcus looking back over towards MP5. Looks like they want nothing to do with this fight, trying to use the buildings to get into cover.
Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to get around these buildings. Norcus fine taking a little bit of blue damage to avoid this onslaught from MP5. Silent still going here for OMG. He's trying to find a way in the circle. Oh, but he runs into Clouds. Clouds takes him down. A little team-on-team action there.
I love how you can tell the audience is confused. They're like, do we cheer?
Wow.
What do we do? OMG versus OMG? How do we handle that?
We're not prepared for this emotional toll. Now Cloud's going to go ahead and get that shot off. Doesn't quite hit the head. Car 98 King with the silencer on it, though. If you can put a bolt in the head, that's an easy push for these guys.
MP5's holding a nice angle on 2 different sides of this circle. Oh, I guess 2 different areas. The circle doesn't have sides, Matt. What are you doing?
I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to leave the geometry for others to deal with.
I know. Like, you have to remember poor American brain trying to do math things here, guys.
And a math, and a geometry, and it's bad news bears. All right, so now we're done trolling ourselves. Let's take a look at Clouds and see if we can find something to troll him about. Down to 7 people left alive. Only 4 teams, a couple of solos, but MP5 has the high ground, Paper Thin.
Yeah, MP5 here, the members Miss You and Leo, they were very, very strong, especially Leo played very, very well in this tournament. Spartan, though, getting some damage, but he takes a shot here as well. He has to sit back down and heal himself, but he has that ghillie suit, and get that frying pan out. I want to see some frying pans start waving around.
Well, we have one of the teams from MP5 that has managed to make it down to the Buildings of Destiny. I mean, we have the 2 crates that are still down there that could be picked up. Missy's not on the angle for it. Clouds is kind of gatekeeping back out Ghost Star at the time. So 2 teams, MP5, already in a great spot. It's really just a matter of, can the other 3 players even make it into the safe zone at this point?
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult here for those last 2 members, Norcus and Ghost. They're trying to find a way in. Leo trying to get some action going with that bolt action sniper. Ghost Star here trying to get onto Clouds, and a nice rip, and that'll finish Clouds off.
Now we've got Norcus, Ghost Star around the outside. MP5 hears this. They've been taking shots at MP5 as well. So Ghost Star, Norcus still playing along the outside, trying to figure out how they're going to make it inside this new safe zone. It's a very difficult approach, but you can see tons of rocks. So it's just about playing cover piece to cover piece. Nice little bit of sniping back and forth. I say sniping, but really it's like 150 meters.
Spartan's got that MK14. Leo trying to do some work with the Car 98 here. I think he landed a shot on the Spartan. Yes, he did. Nice shooting there from Leo. So Spartan have to use another first aid kit there. He's trying to come down the hill. Oh, Leo just missed that shot.
Separating out, going 2 different angles, trying to make sure that the sniper can't just stay right on top of him. Really draws the attention apart. So that's allowed them to make their way back down onto this. And the whole time that exchange was going on, Norcus and Ghost Star have been able to kind of sneak their way around the outside of this and make their way to the safe zone.
Yeah, Miss You has that compound right now, holding it down, but Ghost Star and Norcus, if they want to push it, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Leo's pretty far away from him. I mean, he can see Ghost Star and Norcus if they come down that hill towards the compound and give the information, but we'll see how this plays out.
A lot of smokes in plays. They're trying to make their cross over. It feels like they're just all going to be playing around this little complex. You can see Fong walks over there and sees the 2 crates for a second, like, wait, what? That doesn't matter. I need to kill these guys. I need to kill these guys. So now looking back.
Did you know these were here?
Just get them.
We should get these. Let's kill these guys and get these.
Wall MVP.
Fong, he's only at 17 bullets left in that AK. Maybe there's some more ammo left in there. It doesn't look like anybody's really looted that building yet. Leo here still trying to keep the angles covered for Missu, who has secured the compound. The other members of MP5 pushed in as well. You can see, oh, just missing that headshot is Leo.
I mean, okay, I jokingly called this the building of destiny earlier, but the circle just seems to agree with me at this point. Everybody's being slowly forced down into this. That means it's going to be a very interesting situation. We got a lot of bolt-action rifles that are in play right now, and they're going to be moving into a very close-range fight as this next circle is only about 100 meters around.
Yeah, Missu throwing down some smoke so Leo can safely come in, but it doesn't matter. Spartan just tears him apart.
But look at the amount of ammo he has left in that AK, only 7 bullets. Now Fong is having to solely rely on this other assault rifle. Luckily, we're at that stage now. If you've got assault rifles, you're pretty much as strong as you want to be. Spartan taking a couple of shots back over towards Missu as well. Ghost Star and Norcus have managed to get right up against the wall, so really, the team that was taking these long-range shots with Spartan, they're kind of the odd man out now, and they have to figure out how they want to make their way down, or even if they want to push down into this.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like he's going to try to cook a grenade into this building that Missu's hanging out in. Norcus trying to make sure this building is clear as well. No damage really coming through there from Ghost Star onto Missu. Missu, the last member up for his green version of NP5, but oh
Nice
my goodness!
Shot. Good Lord, I love that. Fog just gets dropped. That brings Spartan having to run back down. Here comes the grenades. Are they going to connect with it? And look at that. Does manage to pick it up.
2 pro teams versus a team that qualified from the Faceit Showdown. These are guys who want to play at the highest level. What a great showcase for Ghost Star and Norcus as they are doing this, taking on the 2 sides of MP5.
How fun is this for them? They qualify through that Faceit competition, and they get to play against 2 Taiwanese, or at this point, I think there's 2 Taiwanese players left. Yeah, 2 Taiwanese players left, 2 of the best in the world. This is really exciting stuff.
And oddly enough, we've got this road running right through the middle of everything. MP5, one part of their team. On the other side, well, it's weird whenever you say team, because yes, they're all on the same team, but now they're in different duos. So we essentially have MP5 brown on one side and MP5 green on the other side, with Norcus and Ghost Star just kind of waiting to see how the circle is going to play out. Naturally, we're still at phase 7, so we got one more circle we got to look at.
I don't think we're going to get the gentleman's agreement here, where they pull out the pans. I think Ghost Star and Norcus want this.
There's extra money for melee fights,
exactly.
Man. Come on.
Whichever guy wins this, if they beat the duos team, then he gets to upgrade to first class and laugh at the rest of his team on the flight home. But Norcus and Ghost are outside the wall. I think they've got a pretty good position here because they have the ability to flex out to any side of the houses. The guys inside, they're locked and they don't have a lot of options.
This is going to be 35 seconds of everybody awkwardly staring around at different buildings, trying to figure out where any movement could be at, as neither one of the MP5 solos really want to move at this point. Ghost Star and Norcus are just like, why is it so quiet? What's going on? They don't have the best sight lines on what's happened. They got the down onto that one player, but Spartan has just become a bush. B1 with the bush at this point, is right on the outside.
If you're wondering why it's gotten so sweaty and intense, it's because $8,000 is on the line, as well as the bonuses for wiping everyone else out. You gotta play this tight, and of course the guys who qualified from the Faceit Duos event, they want to prove that not only did they qualify, but they're champions in their own right.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a moment of pride for them for sure. MP5, they're just gonna rest on their laurels here. They don't want to get exposed. They've got these compounds. They need to see where the next circle goes. We've still got quite a bit of time, so we've probably got about 40 more seconds or so, unless Norcus and Ghost Star really want to push this and press the advantage.
I mean, this is just a team hanging out in every building right now. This is just Sandhawk things. We've all played this game of Sandhawk where you're just kind of sitting there and you're like, okay, I know that there's probably somebody in that building, and maybe there's somebody inside of that building. But until we finally get this circle to compress, and everybody has to make their way right into the middle of the circle, which is going to be right on that road, everybody's going to have to push out of their building. So right now it's just full defense inside of Sandhawk. People essentially going back to the oldest of Pubg strategies, hiding inside of bathrooms with weapons and waiting for somebody to walk in front of them.
Well, and it's really hard here for Norcus and Ghost because the buildings that the MP5 players are in don't have windows on the northerly sides here. So you can't really see it. You don't know what to expect.
I love how even the spectators are like, hey, let's look at a painting. It's moving more than our players right now.
All right, Norcus and Ghost Star, we do have, okay, we get a TV as well. We're having technical difficulties. Please stand by.
No, that's actually in the game.
Yeah.
That's Ansvar's
No,
jump
I
over
know,
when he
I
gets a
know,
little
I
bit
know.
bored. All right, I want to make sure. For those of you at home, we are not having technical difficulties,
I
but Ansvar is saying this is some of the issues that MP5 had getting into the finals that we're going to be watching later today. A little bit of passive play goes a long way in getting you into a show match instead of the Big Six.
So let's be honest, we've got one duo up, 2 solos. Really, Go-Star, Norcus, they should be feeling pretty good at this point. They know that they got it down onto a member a second ago, so they know it's 2 solos. Meanwhile, MP5 Miss You is just not moving at all. That's just his place for all eternity. He's essentially just set up a shop over there. He's selling like candies. I want to know if anybody ever got those crates, by the way.
I don't think they did.
No one ever did.
Maybe somebody grabbed the armor out of it quick.
Wait, there was a bullet shot. Oh my God, it's been so long. So we've got Norcus taking a couple of shots onto it, and there we go. Spartan gets dropped, and now it's all onto Miss You. Got to find the right angle back over for it, but it does not matter. There we go. We got Team 12 coming up with the 7 kills.
How nice. How nice for them.
Yeah.
They came in here, like you were saying, through a duos competition, through Faceit, and they get the win there for the day. That's awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, saying that these guys, to be fair, are new to the competitive scene is a little bit of a stretch. We've seen them with teams in the past. Go-Star particularly a very good fragger, but they put in some phenomenal work here today. They even wore their Sandhawk shirts. I want to point that out on the back of their chair because they came ready to play. Congratulations to them with that $8,000 in the bank plus a quality feed from the kill count. But guys, we're going to take a short commercial break from myself, from Matchroom, from Paper Thin, and all of us here at Faceit. Don't go anywhere because we're back in just a few minutes with Vakendi, baby.
Hey James, have you seen my keyboard anywhere? I'm trying to log on to Faceit so I can get my drops tomorrow, but it's missing. No? Well, I mean, all right, I'll check the desk.
Nobody's gonna hold your hand when it comes to healing. Nobody's gonna understand why you still feel the way you do. Even on my lonely days, I know that I am still loved.
Welcome back. Game 1 is in the books. It was a barn burner for a little while, and then a bit slow as maybe the fire got low at the end there on Sandhawk. Gentlemen, joining me on the desk, replacing Paper Thin, none other than Kalaris. Welcome back, buddy.
Hello, mate.
Little bit of a switch here.
I've got a question. Have you guys sorted out this thing? I'm venturing to say with the amount of commercials that we've seen, you are now firmly aware that he's the one that destroyed your keyboard, right?
Yeah, well, I was mad until I realized it's because I was one of the spammers, and at the end of the day, we all deserve to be punished. That said, welcome back. I'm excited to have you on a cast, but before we chat about that, I want to go down to the comms of the guys who just took home the chicken dinner, Norcus and GoStar. Let's check in with them on TeamSpeak. Gentlemen, how are you doing today?
We're doing pretty well after a win. Feel excited.
I imagine. Got to be pretty exciting. A big shout out to you guys. I know that you go by Azako Boars. Congratulations representing your organization even coming up through the duos. Was that a challenging game or was that just kind of a walk in the park?
I mean, that was pretty challenging game. Like first time we play with duo with pro players and like from other regions, Asia, ATC. So that was pretty tough, but we managed to win.
So you guys got here by playing through the Faceit system to like get yourself a spot to play at these show matches. You guys having a ton of fun playing through the Faceit systems?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like we tried, I think 3 times, but we finally got it.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, whether it is Husaria or Azako Boars, we've loved watching you play GoStar. We're glad to have both of you here today, and I can't wait to see what you guys bring to Vikendi. Are you excited for a little bit of Vikendi coming up next?
Yep, we practice Vikendi a lot. It's gonna be fucking fun.
All right.
There went that prize money they got as they just got fined. Don't worry, we've all done it.
Right? I mean, the producer's like, wrap up the interview, and he just goes ahead and does that for me. I'm like, oh, what a better cut is there than that?
Definitely wraps it up.
Going to Vikendi next, let's talk about the Snowy North map, the newest addition to PUBG, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but my favorite place to play.
I love Vikendi, and I just can't wait to see more and more like high-level matches played on it. Each map has its own flavor, you know, different rotations, different ways to play it, and I can't wait to see how Vikendi evolves.
Vikendi's got a lot of kind of diverse drops as well. Personal favorite for me is Goroka. I very much like the tiered system down towards where the lake is, the frozen lake, of course, and also it provides you a good ample opportunity to even make those rotations. Even though there is water, there is also a lot of areas that are kind of completely frozen over as well. And just in general, actually, the map's really beautiful. Yeah. So I really enjoy kind of just playing on it, having a little bit of a look around. For me, it was a revelation when it did come out, and I played a lot on Vikendi.
I can't argue with that. It was one of my favorite parts of it was almost like a reboot in a lot of ways. I feel like a lot of things were fixed. It was sort of at the back end of the fixed PUBG campaign. That was a really cool thing that PUBG Core did to reach out to the players. On top of that, it's got Volnova, the coolest city ever built, because it's multi-level. You can fight on almost any rooftop in there, any mid-tier, and you can walk right out to the water and escape if you
Am I
need
the
to.
odd man out that just really likes Cosmodrome? I love fighting on Cosmodrome.
Well, that's why there's diverse drops, because there are things like Cosmodrome, which is mental, because you've got so many weird, open, big kind of conversion areas, as well as all the kind of little nooks and crannies that you can get into. It's very cool.
I just love catching people on rotation on this map.
Yeah.
That's kind of my fun thing. Like specifically if you can get control around Castle.
Okay.
Just catch everybody as they drive through. I'm evil like that.
You're one of them.
But I mean, I think that's the key, is we've seen new things like the snow motorcycle has recently entered that map and added a whole new level of rotation potential on here.
Yeah.
The iced over rivers, when you don't always have to swim when things get a little bit terse. So I'm really happy that we get to finally cast this match and see some of the best players in the world play on it, James.
Let's see if this dinosaur can cast. It's been a little while.
I'm excited about
this is my first ever PUBG commentary. There you go.
Really?
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legend of StarCraft here right now to broadcast in his epic reveal, his coming out, if you will, PUBG commentary.
Well, what can you say? I hide a lot of things. This is one of them, I suppose.
Wasn't that kind of reference. All right, now the plane is
We're
in
doing
the air,
show matches.
headed
We're gonna
over
take everything that
Everest.
way.
We're going to have a great time as we drop right in the middle. It's exactly what you want to see from these planes. I like this because Volnova's the first place out. Remember, you're looking for the yellow guys. There he is right now. That man is worth $1,000 if you can kill him.
I mean, we've got all of these yellow jackets against that snowy white background. Should make it pretty easy to spot out a couple of these guys, maybe get a couple of dollars in the bag.
Yeah, great playing as well. Everyone's going straight across the middle, going over Kresnik, which is my most despised location. I can never breach up towards that or even go down it, never mind anything else.
Every time I drop there, there's like 5,000 people. I love how everybody in competitive is like, nah, that place, we don't go there.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd spot, but regardless, we're going to be able to reach everything here.
No, man.
It looks like nobody else likes Cosmodrome.
No. Frozen T-Bone going up to my backup location, maybe up to Trevno if they want to go there. But they don't even really have to go up there. They can just kind of trash loot where they want. And we have Crystal Luster over in Garoka. Very, very happy to see that choice.
Nobody making their way over to Movatra. That's kind of where I like to go, just because then you can push over to Vihar after that and just have a nice little play. Circle's pretty much right in the middle of it, nothing too terribly crazy. A couple of teams from down towards the south might have to make their way up towards the north. We do have Ints kind of hanging around. We got Wookie Bookie over there as well, but... Oh, no! Marcus just walks around the wrong corner.
Easy money, easy money, as Marcus Brosny does go down here to MP5 once again, who were in the final circles towards the last one.
Someone's flying first class.
Oh! What? Double easy money. AHQ, good job as well. It's SR, one of our snakes in the grass from a lot of that. And as you can see down towards the bottom left-hand here, Brosny goes down here in the very end to a very close-up and personal M24.
I think MP5 a little bit abused the fact that these guys are still learning and followed them all the way down to Dino Park and tracked one on foot with the other went and got a gun.
A Dino Park fight. I like it. So just chasing each other around. I saw some Molotovs come through. Steve's kind of feeling what happens whenever I go to Dino Park, running around fighting pistols, and that's about it.
He just picks up a machete. I guess he's a little bit desperate. He's only had a pistol in his hand. There was Tweeday there as well, who had an ump, so maybe he can like trace down that situation. Avenger at least has got himself the M16 there and trying to run away from this situation. Because to be fair, Avenger here, I feel really sorry for Steve McNeil being lumped with Avenger, let's be honest. And that's actually the only reason I kind of volunteered to commentate this, so I could just be hard on Avenger.
I know, that's the whole reason I wanted to do it too.
Yeah, Mr. Tweeday also looking to get involved with this one. We need to just make sure we keep an eye on Avenger. I want to see him die. When he goes down, Mika's taking the shots at Stevie. No! He's down!
That's one out, but an Avenger just rolls off into the distance. And now the solo just trying to drive across those snowy fields. Are we going to see the rest of Inns players chase down after him? I think he's kind of okay. Finally making his way over towards Movatra. So
just saying, 4 people dead, 3 of which were our comedians coming into the tournament.
They made $3,000 at Dino. All I've ever gotten is a fur hat.
Kaz getting a few kills there as well with the M16 on to Brazilian Crusaders, so a nice pickup there on and 1 FPS, as yeah, you can see on the screen here. Some of our stars not exactly in the best of places, whilst they all have to watch Avenger.
There might be a couple of tweets like, this game's a little bit harder than I was expecting it to be, but nice shots coming out from Trifeli there, looking around the other angle.
Trifeli killing Squeaky, of all things. Nice, and he's even looking for Mikas as well at the moment. Where's Trifeli's partner? Where's Rustamar? Not with him at the moment, so Trifeli's going to back off, knowing that there's a potential of another person going to be waiting in the wings to try and pick him off.
I'm actually trying to figure out where Rustamar is at.
Not a clue.
Nowhere around him right now from what I can see.
He's all the way down to the southeast of him. Yeah, pretty far away. So no reinforcements coming for him. He's got to be very careful as well. MP5 is lurking up towards the north, now taking some shots at Trifeli up there. So if Trifeli's not careful, he might be caught between a rock and a hard place. And Avenger is doing a Froz impression if he crashes.
He's just going on the longest rotation. I'm willing to bet we're going to hear something about on the analyst desk about the importance of far north rotations and taking it out, because he's just firmly embraced it. But looks like somebody's managed to make it over towards the secret cave.
Ooh, secret cave. The worst kept secret in PUBG.
You're not wrong entirely. That was an M249, so I'm okay with that. I like the M249. I don't know why everyone dogs on the M249 sometimes. It's a beast of a gun.
I think it's an urban myth. I think everyone loves it, and it's become this weird rumor that it's hated. Like it's become popular to say, oh, I don't like it, but everyone secretly loves it.
Yeah, maybe.
Avenger was trying to drive uphill and forgot about snow.
Yeah, well. You'd be surprised. He is from Denmark, so you'd expect him to be okay with snow.
He just assumed there'd automatically be snow tires on every vehicle.
Ah, that makes sense. Crystal Lusty here going for a little bit of a fight once again with themselves here. As we see that fight go down, nice shot comes out and takes him down in the range. And Wishy going to be trying to find himself an extra little angle here, trying to get back to his teammate. But a good nade will knock down him. Long DD getting the kill.
I wonder how much banter comes out back and forth as these guys down each other. That's going to be Leo getting taken down. Rustamar with a nice angle onto that, making the switch back over. And one last little sliver of life for Miss You.
So far, we've seen Ents killing Ents, MP5 killing MP5, and Crystal Luster killing Crystal Luster. It seems like maybe some of these teams are working out communication issues in this game right now.
I feel like people are trying to figure out who the IGL of their teams are going to be. It's going to be like, this is the way we're going to sort it.
And Tomato and Bob the Best there are also players that came through the Faceit system, and obviously Miss You might give them a little bit of a hard time over towards the right-hand side, but still Crystal Luster fighting Crystal Luster here, as Long DD is trying to get to his teammate, but he's low himself, so he's not going to be able to get there. There's going to be a flush out if he's not careful. Just using him as bait for the moment. Actually picks up the kill there with the M4 and gets himself the double.
I'm surprised we haven't seen anybody like doing some emotes over their teammates' bodies yet or anything else like that. That's the way it should be.
Show match, guys. Have some fun with it.
And let's see if we can find the angle. Molly comes in, not getting too much there.
Yes!
Ooh,
Yes!
burn!
Give it to me! Sato was just burning to a crisp there and watch the little flop over. See ya!
Who's Roostermar shooting at over there? He's shooting some of the, shooting a Brazilian down towards the bottom. Tweede actually manages to get him as well there from the back. So very caught between a rock and a hard place. Unfortunate.
Tweede told me last night in the lobby that it's going to take him a game to get to sort of get back in the rhythm of competitive play at or playing at a high level, and it seems like he's right. He had a little bit of a struggle in the first one, but he's gotten a double already. Uba!
Prioritizing all of the aggression here, not looking to save Fuzzface just yet because he knows that it will be difficult to actually get over there and try and lay down a smoke, try and get himself an angle, but he knows there's two players, one to his left-hand side, and Fuzzface and Uba go down. Big pickups coming out.
With this, we still have 25 teams up and moving, 45 players walking around different parts of the map. It's been pretty violent, specifically down towards the southwest. We still have about 4 different squads around where we were just watching that fight with Tweede.
Dodak and Embry got to be pretty happy with that. I mean, anytime you can take out Fuzzface and Uba in a 2v2, you got to feel pretty good.
You know, Avenger speaks a big game, but I've not seen much fighting from Mr. Avenger.
Right now, he's on the far northwest part of the map, right along the coast, hiding.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. And he'll be hiding at this desk if we have anything about it later on. This guy.
Northwest.
Kaz and Ziggsy here at the moment, looking to potentially press on to where we see Tweede as AHQ is going up against Tomato. I guess Tomato actually lost himself, Bob the Best, earlier on in a little bit of a scrap, but you can already see Tweede getting a few shots off here with the 3 times, gets himself Ziggsy, knocks him down, looks for the flush, as Kaz does not find the angle, now finds it, fires back, but doesn't quite get the covering fire to save Ziggsy's life.
Tweede is putting in some work, and Ansvar, if you're listening, let's get a frame on Avenger. I want a frame of shame that we can jump to occasionally, show him hiding out there on that north. There it is. It's a frame of shame, checking in with Avenger as he just drives around.
He looks like he's on vacation. He's just on a leisurely scroll while carnage goes on elsewhere.
I enjoy bantering about Avenger just hiding out, but the problem with it is, anytime we watch Avenger, it's just going to be boring.
So we'll just check in with him periodically whenever we ask for the frame of shame. Right now, let's look back towards where there's going to be some action as Avenger continues to just wander through the house.
He's going to the chicken coops. No, there's no chickens there, mate. No chicken dinners. Go somewhere
There
else.
is a chicken there, and the only one is Avenger.
Whoa. He's actually really near Scoom and Danuk up towards the top there. So if by chance we see Scoom kill Avenger, I'll be a happy, happy man. Scoom, get Avenger. There we go.
At that point, if Scoom kills Avenger, does he get a spot on the analyst desk?
Actually, yeah. For one segment,
we'll switch him.
As IGL of the analysis desk, we can call him in. We can sub him in.
I love that, actually.
All right, so still Goroka and Mount Kresnik kind of towards the center here. Coal mine up towards the top 2. This kind of area in between all of those locations is quite open. All comes down into a dip from that location. So wherever this ends up, if it ends up in like a Goroka finish, I will be the happiest man alive.
Did you say wherever it ends up?
Ends up? Where's Ents? Where are they?
I don't know. Easy for
Not inside the circle right now.
Are they half dead? Oh, I see Trafeli down there.
Yeah.
Just on the edge next to AHQ.
I miss this guy. Hey, Break.
But see, this is the way it's been going with circles, though. Anytime you want it to go over towards Goroka, it's going to go over towards Mount Kresnik or something like that.
And I'll cry inside.
You know the place that we say, we really hope it doesn't go there. Just find wherever a random Korean is and the circle will go that direction.
I wish I had I wish I had a frame of shame graphic that would be popping up right now as we look in on him. Okay, let's go over to AHQ. Bit of a slow tournament. Froz sees cars. Gotta blow him up.
Shooting at cars here. Datmosh trying to run away here for Aerowolf 7. And actually a spray goes down. Froz actually picks himself up a kill. That's more kills than he's had in the last week, as he does actually manage to even get the follow-up there as well. And Froz will guarantee himself a kill.
I love how everybody in chat's probably like, wow, these casters are so toxic. You gotta remember, these are all guys we work with on a regular basis. So.
I mean, when it comes to the PEL, I'm next to Froz literally every day. So. All right, AHQ here looking to move on forward. Nobody here, so they can be very, very safe in their location for the moment. They are in the circle down towards the south, maybe looking for a more central position as Brazilian Crusaders finds AHQ. A few shots coming in for the SLR, the best gun in the game because it's amazing and I love it. A nice headshot there comes in on towards CC, and he's going to have to recover for now.
There are so many duos pushing around this location that we're looking at. We've got MP5 up from one side of it. We actually have Edberg that's still alive, still looking over this direction. We've got Crystal Luster down towards the south of it, and there we go. Our winners from last round still going strong.
Ghost Star
way outside in the blue.
Yeah, way outside, in fact. Thankfully, they're not taking too much damage here. The ticks aren't too bad. Meanwhile, checking in on Avengers experience.
In the frame of shame.
Why is he stopped here?
Because it's right on the edge of the circle, and he has to make sure that he checks before he moves the 5 more meters forward to get into the circle to sit there.
You know, never have I seen more try-harding in a showman.
Oh my God.
Right now, he knows we're here. Right now, he knows we're lambasting him, and yet he's trying his very best.
You know,
Bless him.
Let's cut to Martin live. We're watching him in the frame of shame. Martin, what?
Yes. Frame of shame.
How you doing?
The frame of shame.
Yeah,
Martin,
Hi, guys.
That's what we call every time we see you hiding out there.
Are
in the
you
field.
actually going to go anywhere near anyone?
Take it easy. It's just a needed loot. These guys were hunting us.
Avenger,
I need a ghillie suit.
are you looking for bangers and mash as well? Is that?
I am also looking for bangers and mash.
Absolutely.
Sims here soon.
All right, Martin, so what's the plan? How do you win
Can you
this?
tell me something? Give me something away here, guys. Where are people?
Oh, right there. No, so you got Scoom in the town just north of you if you want to go hunt him down.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? No, I'm just gonna see if we can find some people here, shoot them from distance, you know.
All right, I want to see that. Head up there, see if you can pick up Scoom, because if Scoom kills you, he gets your spot on the desk for a game.
Avenger, go to the middle. Go into the middle of Garoka Lake right now. Go into the middle of it.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
No, I don't believe you guys. Give me something more. I need some more.
They're all to the west where you've been hanging out the entire game.
No, it's lies.
There's 12 people in Garoka.
No, there's not.
Tons
All
of
right,
kills.
it's the shack. Okay, guys, it's the shack in the center safe. I'm gonna dive for that and hide, and then everybody that comes, I'll just Molotov them.
Completely safe.
Yes,
Yep,
it's
100%.
perfectly
Completely
fine.
safe. Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah,
it's
I heard
fine.
that. That's a big copper right there. I can hear that.
All right, well, that's a little bit. We've got a chance to hear from Martin. He now knows the stakes that are on the line. And we'll see if the hashtag frame of shame continues to catch on as he finds himself lonely in the tundra wilderness.
Brazilian Crusaders against Tweede here at the moment as Rusty Zero is looking for the shots. However, Tweede pops on up, tries to get in with the 4th time, sees the location, so now may want to reposition, but at the same time, it's very difficult given that he only has this little wall to work with. Sees Rusty Zero trying to locate himself, goes for the shot, does not manage to connect.
Look at the awareness coming through. Finally, Rusty Zera finds the angle, gets him down. I felt bad because we were talking about like the frame of shame. I felt like Tweede should get like a frame of respect. That guy was going nuts this game.
He is out of control. By the way, we'll do a stream sometime when like Avenger and Froz get to watch us play and talk a little bit of smack, just for turnabout's fair play.
I mean, frame of shame for Avenger, frame of respect for Tweede, because if not, he'll fold you in half like a xylophone. So it's
true.
Like,
He's massive. I've seen videos like of him, and I was like, this guy's pretty big. And I saw him last night.
Avenger! Getting shot at by its ins.
Oh, Trefeli, please kill Avenger. Please. So he can never live it down at PEL. I'd be very, very happy with that one.
Let's go, Trefeli. Come on, man.
Hiding out inside the shack here. You can see the
Rustamar.
two split around the angle. He knows he's in trouble.
He's on fire!
He's on fire, and he's not even shooting at the moment here as Trefeli's coming around the right-hand side. Rustamar's there as well, and he picks him up. Avenger is gone. No surprises there. I'm surprised he didn't go down in 32nd place.
He did go down in a flaming pile of banana peel.
I have to ask, did Avenger ever actually pull the trigger on his gun?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think he shot the shack a few times in a pre-fire
He
attempt.
thought he was on that skiing trip, as I mentioned here, as we're in the blue here with Michael at the moment, under fire, with Froz looking for it, but Michael has already taken him down there. T-Bone is going to have to revenge for Froz later on, as Godly over in another location there with an M249 on towards Zhao Hai. So more kills being picked up. Come on, Michael, get into the blue, be fine, or out of the blue even.
Oh, T-Bone says it's not going to be too fine.
Looking for the shots, and we see already Aerowolf 7 even going down there, so they lose the M249 as well. OMG managed to get a little bit of retribution for their sister duo, I'm going to say here, as Mikas has break and Rory locked down in this location. Oh, Mikas actually goes down there to the blue.
Hate to see it, but it's going to be very violent. Right now, we still have AW7 Clouds The other duo for OMG also over here, as well as a couple of BB players. Everybody's just looking around this area, and there is just a ton of teams moving. Meanwhile, we're back on the other side of this with Break and Rory trying to stay right ahead of the blue zone.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a tense finish here, really, with in between Gorokado and Mount Kresnik. It's one of the locations I know best on the map due to, again, my previously mentioned drop spot. Very, very interesting. A lot of kind of trees everywhere here to be able to kind of keep that cover. Trefeli and Rustamar get themselves Rusty Zera. Extra loot for them down towards the bottom. Not too many people down there going to be able to stop them from getting to the circle.
One thing to note, our winners from last round are still alive and active. They're making that run across that lake down towards the south of Goroka, though, and that's going to be Break and Rory looking at them, so something to keep an eye on. But you can see a lot of exchanges going along this Mount Kresnik fight.
Nice shot. And for those of you who are just tuning in, remember, if you're wondering why there's a bunch of names mixed and matched here, this is the show match to kick everything off for the day. We've got the teams that were eliminated and a couple of influencers and streamers here joining us to have a little bit of fun on the maps we never get to see.
That's right. Noctis and Ghost Star there. We're actually in the middle of the lake that we tried to lure Avenger into, and Break and Rory just kind of crest the hill as they come off of it. So lucky timing for them to get off of that lake. There's almost no cover down there, but still shots coming raining in from across the lake. Break gets in with the M24. Tries to even follow things up from Rory as well. Sees where Ghost Star is. Smoke goes down, trying to cross. Oh, he manages to get across over towards Norkis.
Feels bad. They were out in the middle of the lake with no cover for the longest time. Finally make it to safety, and the bullet tags him as he drops right into the safe spot.
This is ambitious. Are they going to go across the... Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Run away.
It was a smoke.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, then.
That was a misdirection smoke. They're going to think that they're still behind the shack, but they'll have already crossed the river. Very smart play by Break. You got to love that.
I thought that, wait, Rory just stopped in the lake and was just looking around, just seeing what was going on. I was confused for a second.
What do you want?
Yeah, it's pretty.
I guess they realized that they had enough time to be able to cross whilst they were picking up Ghost Star over on the other side, but now they still realize that he's up on this little ridge going into the buildings. Of course, the blue is going to be closing in on them, though, so they're going to be careful. A few shots come in there. Ghost Star manages to tag Break. A nade comes out as well, getting Break very, very low. Here comes another nade. Got to be careful. Bounces just on the way past.
Rory's making a push. Rory's making a push around the outside of this. You can see Nork is still trying to hold down that high ground. Nice shots coming out from them, getting more control off on this angle. Rory outside into the blue, just trying to spray back over toward it. But the inside path has come out for our last round victors.
They may have kicked the beehive at this point. And yes, Norkis and Ghost Star managed to pick up even more kills there. Taking down Break, taking down Rory. Silent BT on the other side, spraying down a location, and there was nothing there.
There was a crate there. You teach that crate respect.
Yeah, I guess so. Because an aid, ooh, as well. Extra shots coming in from Zhao Hai. Not too bad a kill, and it looks like Jula going to try and find an extra res, but we can already see many a downs going on. It was actually on fire there for a moment.
Gotta be cautious. OMG playing this aggressive, walking up, trying to deny the res onto it. Kaz got a nice angle back over towards Ghost Star, but can't really get the best angle for it.
Suppressed high-range AWM there as well, as we see Zhao Hai. What's better than one red dot? Also a red dot with the canted sight, because you can never have too many red dots, as we do have Jula coming out and does go down there. OMG with extra kills. T-Bone on the other side. MP5 Spartan goes down there, as T-Bone's trying to get revenge for Froz on the other side of the circle.
Does it feel to you like OMG's been playing, like training on Vikendi?
They're having some fun with this. You can tell, T-Bone in a little bit of trouble, trying to stay ahead of the blue, but he's got a lot of people around him. Hey, OMG looking back down towards MP5 right now. They've got a nice high ground position and a ton of sniper shots.
Plenty of range, as OMG's going to move back up the hill. They're going to end up running into our Team 27 up towards the top, though, eventually, and clear them out. However, relatively speaking, if I chose between that and going up against MV5, I'd probably go up this way. Of course, they don't know that. Here comes the spray down, and they get one. Zhao Hai, very, very quick on the trigger. And he's going to try and crawl behind there, but a nice 5 damage shot comes in, and that is a double kill coming out here for OMG. Silent BT and Zhao Hai managed to finish it off.
Just getting more and more control over the northern part of the circle. This is just one of the tried and true strategies of PUBG, where you just kind of move around the blue zone, trying to find anybody as they're making their way, sneaking in, and just win the fights off of it. Here we go. Brazilian Crusaders Raspu walking right up next to where I believe Crystal Luster has been hanging out for quite a while.
Yeah, not too bad. Just kind of barely even sneaked in. He knew exactly that this was approaching.
They just like strolled into it. That was confident. Like, that's fine. But I mean, there's a party going on over here. There is a ton of people.
Yeah, there definitely is. Kaz on the wings, AHQ in some of the buildings, separated off as Brazilian Crusaders goes up against Crystal Luster here at the moment. They hear Kaz moving out towards the edge.
And they see Gnarkis and Ghost Star over in the distance towards the trees.
That might not be the threat you should be concerned with right now, AHQ. I'm just saying.
That is very true. However, Kaz is very well equipped for a long range, so he's just chilling by the buildings and even looking that way himself as well. So,
doing a little dance.
That's how you stay fresh, right? It's like you gotta keep that hand moving the way that, like,
keep your hands warm.
You know how Dota players never stop clicking? He's got that.
Sure.
He's got that too. Exactly, right?
Yeah, you spam, keep your hands warm, be reactive quickly. Gnarkis taking some fire here though from that SLR as K3 continues to cover the steps, knowing that all threats are viable.
I feel bad for Gnarkis and Ghost Star. They have 4 different duos that are looking at him. Some nice shots coming out from K3. Sure, he has a lot of company around him, but he is trying to pick up that last little tap. Can he get it? And yes, just going to go ahead and bleed out, and that's another kill moving over to HQ.
Rustamar and Terpilih hear the shots as well, as they're going to be able to move on here from the east side to try and even clean up some of those. And Raspu actually managed to push in on the Crystal Luster compound, house, and kill him off as well.
T-Bone just watching MP5 taking a couple of shots over towards him. Now that he's taking those shots, going to have to go for a reposition, because that is the dangerous part of playing duos. The moment you take the shot, you reveal yourself, and you have got to move.
Bit of a disaster there, as it doesn't land anything and has to relocate, as you mentioned. Does spot Kaz up towards the top. Kaz switches for the arm. Will he look for the shot going on? And he already gets shot from SR from the other building, and SR will clean it up. Great coverage there from the AHQ players to be able to eliminate the threats. Ooh, Fong, you're going to have to get up and run away, my friend, because that's at M24, and it got you in the backside.
Nice shots coming out from OMG, already up to 7 kills. And it's going to be Zhao Hai sitting on 5 of those. He is just having a great round.
Zhao Hai, can he push that kill count? It's going up, up, and away as these guys keep racking up cash. Remember, it's $100 per kill, let alone if they walk away with the win.
9 left alive here at the moment. Everyone relatively far spread out. We still have Ents in the game. We still have Tomato, who came through our Faceit qualifiers. T-Bone, OMG, AHQ, all alive at the moment. SR, though, goes up against Raspu, and Raspu will fall in quick succession.
Now we're down to 5 teams, 8 alive. We've got 3 strong duos still, both members alive, 2 solos, 1 to the north, 1 down to the south, one of those being T-Bone having to run right along where AHQ is at. And OMG was trying to make a cross, but look at that, it's Ince that hits a nice shot.
T-Bone has help from across the circle there, as OMG was hot on his heels, and Ents has found themselves an amazing spot so far. Terpilih and Rustamar, they're going to be able to potentially close out Tomato there as well, down towards the bottom, if they know he's been on that angle for a while. Rustamar's kind of checking those angles, or even just transitioning from house to house, but beyond that, not much else. They've still got a good position.
Wei Zhao's finally stopped with their super aggressive rotations around the northern part of the circle, deciding that he's going to get himself some cover. T-Bone right over here next to AHQ, not inside the safe zone yet, but firmly aware that they are there because they've been taking a couple of shots over toward him. It's really just a matter of, in my opinion, how Tomato and T-Bone try to play this. They can really do a lot of damage. We might actually see a whole bunch of solos just interacting. There's not a lot of good cover left unclaimed.
I want to know who Tomato paid off to get Team 28 as well, because that's just really very clever.
Well, I'll tell you something, fun fact, I didn't realize it just said Tomato as he takes some shots for a while. I didn't realize for an entire Faceit show, and then it twigged at the very end. I'm like, oh, Tomato.
That's funny. I say tomato, you say tomato.
Well, you're
let's
American.
Call the whole bit off. All right, jumping over to Rustamar. Terpilih lining up the headshot, but he can't squish the tomato. He's too wily.
Actually spotted him there in the distance, so Tomato knows where he's being shot from. However, he really doesn't have much coverage at all. He realizes he has actually relocated behind that rock there, gone for smokes as well, trying to cordon off exactly where the angle is, looking for the right-hand peak here against Terpilih, but Terpilih's pushing up on against him, whilst grenades rain in from Rustamar as well. Spray going down from SR on towards T-Bone. He knows where he is, and he takes him down. T-Bone gets SR as well as K3, playing spoiler, whilst Easy for Ents is pushing on Tomato.
Nice shots coming out there, so now T-Bone has a lot of control. He's got those buildings, but Tomato's in a lot of trouble. Got one Ents player going for a reposition. They know it's a solo, so they're trying to get 2 different angles around that tree, just leaving him with no form of cover. New circle is about to pop, and the fight that we're looking at right now is not inside the safe zone, so that's all pressure onto Tomato to have to move.
Beneficial for T-Bone at the moment, despite Ents having the numbers. They get themselves Tomato, and now they can relocate. There is one building of theirs in that compound inside the circle, now also shooting at Zhao Hai. If they can take him down, it'll only be Ents as well as T-Bone left over. He's weaving, he's jiving, he's bobbing, he's diving. Where's he gonna go? It's Zhao Hai. OMG gets himself into cover. Good stuff by Zhao Hai.
That was absolutely crazy. He was like full on Neo from the Matrix, just dodging bullets all over the place. So now we've got one duo still left up with both their members, T-Bone and one member of OMG up towards the north, and you can see what the terrain looks like for this last fight. It's trees, it's rocks. Can we see another insane cross coming out from Zhao? He's managed to make it over next to the rock. It's crazy movement coming out of that guy.
Very apt that the Finns are doing well on Vikendi. They're very used to the snowy terrain. They've got their snowshoes on. They've got the thermals on, shooting down on what Zhao over on the other side. Smokes keep going from tree to tree. He is a bunny in this location, just hopping about.
Regardless of how this goes, I have got to say, he is just fighting his way down this hill. I didn't think it would be possible, but now he's over there next to T-Bone.
Exactly. I love this entire thing. He's been like, wow, yeah, I've done it. I've gone through the gauntlet. And then T-Bone's just going to spray him down as he comes around the corner. Potentially here.
Look at this. He's just waiting. After all that work, come on. All right, I'm firmly on the OMG bandwagon for this one. You deserve it.
Is he on the wall or is he on the building? He's on the building.
He's on the building.
Oh my God. He's just going to come around the corner.
It's like STK all over again.
It's just so bad there. And here you go. Ints now know they have the man advantage. They know exactly where T-Bone is at.
Do they go for the glory?
No, they're pulling out grenades. Don't do that. Come on. Come on, Ints.
They get
Play
more
with
money
some
for a grenade.
honor.
It's extra money, right?
You get more money if you kill him with a grenade.
Look at him dancing.
Yeah,
He's dancing.
there we go. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it in. He's got a pan. I mean, a pan also gets you the extra money. It's a melee weapon.
It's cooler.
Hence is asking, Palion Kokello on, which means what time is it? It's grenade time here when it comes to the Finns.
Did you just bilingual flex on us out of nowhere?
I know.
I mean, I lived in Finland for 3 years. So
all right, add locational flex. I love it.
T-Bone here looking to cover the angles. Where is he going to be able to go? He's got the pan. Treveli's got a pan.
Do it, Treveli. Somebody go run over to T-Bone and tell him that we need to do this the right way.
T-Bone has, I think he might have spotted Rustamar's location. 81 damage. He actually doesn't have many shots left. 22 is enough, of course, but, you know, unless this fight went on for a long time.
I get the feeling that T-Bone feels like he might want to go with that pan fight at this point after he steps around that window and just took a bullet to the face. Like, okay, let's go ahead and do it that way, because trying to outshoot this is going to be very hard for him. T-Bone, though, has been known to have some nutty plays in the past.
Pan fight. Like, I want to see this so badly.
So do I.
Thunderdome style, he walks out and they each take a turn fighting him, but it comes down to these guys, and I love seeing T-Bone like this. My favorite way. He's been working.
That's a lot of smokes, so you're going to use that for cover. However, it goes up to the high ground. He knows Trefeli's angle, and he also knew Rustamar was to his left. He sees Trefeli. Will he get the shot? No, he already takes it and reveals his position as well. So now Trefeli knows exactly where he is after going up to this high ground.
Gotta be careful with this. He's given the position. All right, go ahead and throw down the smokes. I mean, he's got the dangerous push back over, but Ints is just holding two different angles onto it. Not a lot of places to go.
Trefeli's having none of it. After he got a shot at by a Mini 14, he's like, okay, then you want to play this the normal way. I'm fine with that, as he takes his Car 98 out 6 times. Sees the location. Will he get the shot?
How much smoke do we see coming from T-Bone? Does he have enough to make a little bit more of a rotation? Got a sniper in one hand and an AR in the other one. So if it manages to get a little bit more close range, might show up for T-Bone. Finally making the switch back over. Actually, gonna go ahead and go with the grenade. Ooh, this could be close.
Finns know all about being able to look through the smoke. They see the steam always in the saunas, and they get the nade kill. Trefeli gets it. Ents is able to pick up the victory after a little bit of a back and forth there towards the end.
He may not have killed him with a pan, but he certainly killed him with a little bit of cooking. He cooked that nade perfectly, tossed it as he ran by, and took home the bonus cash. Easy for Ents. At least it is in Vikendi.
They had a phenomenal round there. I still gotta say, though, OMG with the fancy feet, man. That was just crazy to watch him go down that hill.
Yeah, it was impressive stuff. I can't believe he actually survived. I survive 0% of the times that happens. So, yeah, good job by
It's one of those things, like, it looks cool whenever you do it, but to have the prediction to figure out, okay, I'm going to take like 2 steps and somebody's going to take a shot at me, and there's actually a lot of math and strategy that goes into trying to do that little move.
Lots of math. I just had this mental picture of him like with a calculator, like, okay, now's the time to step backwards.
Well,
but
I like the most predictable part of it all, which is T-Bone getting the spray down at the very end. Just being kind of low, kind of penned into there, like shepherded in, and it's like, well, come along.
You like that. I'm still having flashbacks to the last couple of days on Miramar as the NPL teams keep running into the same trap every single time, except that's at the hand of Armory Gaming, obviously. As we talk about them, we may as well mention, guys, this is the show match. This is how we wanted to kick off the day, have a little bit of fun, relax, and get warm. After this, we go to the 6 games, the final 6 games to crown a champion here at Faceit.
3 games on Miramar to get it kicked off, and then we make our way over towards Erangel. It is going to be a hell of a day. We had some of probably the best matches I think we've ever seen in competitive PUBG happen yesterday. So you guys are in for a treat because the stakes are going to ramp up today.
I mean, it's not only the best games in terms of how they've played out, it's also just the best teams. So we went through the group phase, we went through the elimination phase, and we ended up with this lobby of 16 teams, which is stellar. I can't describe it in any other way, Toffees. It's just stellar.
The lobby was stellar. This lobby was stellar. It was a ton of fun, and it was exciting to see Vikendi played here at a World Championship. Even though it wasn't part of the championship series, it's been a while. I've been wanting more Vikendi in my life.
I'm going to trigger some people that are big competitive fans, but maybe one day we might see Vikendi under competitive. I want it.
I'm just excited to get home and play more duos and squads, to be fair with you. I love Vikendi playing on that map. It's very, very fun. I got my drop spots. I got my rotations down. I'm a happy boy. I just can't shoot. Which is part of the game.
It sounds like the interview is ready. We should be able to jump into their team speak. The win, easy for you boys. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good, yeah, especially after the last game.
Yeah, you made a lot of money. Now, where was the temptation to wave the pan and go for the 2v1 pan fight? Because that's what we wanted.
I mean, if I had a flashbang, maybe I would have went for the pan, but I didn't have any flashbangs, so I had to go for the nade.
Well, still respect for going for it. At least bringing out the pan and like giving it a little bit of a wave, saying, hey, you know, just doing the mutual sign, like, hey, do you have one? But just didn't do it. Poor T-Bone just wouldn't go for it, man.
Yeah.
No, indeed. I think after you went through your M14 shots when you were behind that rock Shafele, I guess at that point all bets were off. You were just like, oh, okay, I guess you just want to actually go for the proper fight, eh?
Yeah, he was kind of rushing towards me, so I was like, okay, let's start cooking the nade and throw it behind the fence.
Now, did I see some ents-on-ents violence at the beginning of that match?
Yeah, you may have seen some.
Are you guys, is this how you're deciding who the new IGL gets to be? Whoever survived or won this match got to keep the job?
Maybe.
Awesome. Well, that was a lot of fun. You know, you guys had a rough start, but it was nice to come back and win this one. Is there anything you want to say to the droves of ENTS fans out there who've been watching you this entire week and are pretty happy to see you get the chicken dinner this time around?
Yeah, obviously it's been nice to see all the Finnish people supporting us and supporting also the other Finnish people here, but sad that we didn't make it to the finals, but still happy for the amount of support we've been getting for this entire tournament.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, gentlemen. Put another check mark in the books for Winland as you guys bring it home one more time. Can't wait to see what you bring back to PEL, which is starting up in just another, week? Mark, what are we doing?
Well, we're going to have the kickoff cup. I have 1 week home, and then we fly again, because that's what we do in this business. We're going to have the kickoff cup where we have our 16 teams from PEL going up against our 16 teams from contenders in the PEL as well. So that's where ENTS is going to be next, I think.
I guess this is a good point to remind everybody that every region is going to be having different action kicking off here relatively soon. So if you're starting to find some new favorite teams as you're watching this event, make sure you tune in and watch as much action as humanly possible, because I gotta say, PUBG is just becoming a pleasure to watch.
Well, Kalaris, I gotta say, for your first PUBG cast, I would say that you have been let out to society and have been absolutely phenomenal. Like, I am impressed with what you did. That was great matchup. Thank you for joining me here. My name's Toffees. This has been the show match, and in just 10 minutes time, guys, we're coming back with the pre-show to crown a new champion here at the Faceit Global Championships.
up, everybody? I am down here with some of the boys from ENTS, and we're here to talk about the Faceit platform and Pubg. So, guys, what do you enjoy so much about playing Pubg on the Faceit platform?
It's really like competitive versus like pubs in normal Pubg. Like it's just totally like different like idea about the game because like more people like try hard and want to survive more. So it's actually like great individual practice and you can play with friends. So it's really good.
How often do you guys use Faceit to play Pubg?
I mean, basically when we're home, basically daily, 5-6 times a week, pretty much.
So how do you think Faceit has changed the competitive Pubg scene?
A lot, like because like when it started, like there wasn't that many players, but like I think it's grown like really rapidly, and now like there's so many like Finnish great players that have like recently found in like Faceit, so it's really great.
What are the main differences between playing normal Pubg and then playing it on the Faceit platform?
It's more competitive. Yeah. I think that's the main thing why everyone is playing it, the higher level of a gameplay. I think that's it.
What is your favourite weapon to use on Faceit?
My guns, Mini 14 and M4, definitely.
Mini 4 and M4, I would say, and then I don't know, whatever plays is good for the plane. Everything goes.
And if you want to be as good as the ENTS boys at Pubg, head over to fce.gg/Pubg to play with some of the best Pubg players around the world.
See you in Faceit, boys and girls.
Easy for N.
Hey, James, have you seen my keyboard anywhere? I'm trying to log on to Faceit so I can get my drops tomorrow, but it's missing. No? Well, I mean, all right, I'll check the desk.
Nobody's gonna hold your hand when it comes to healing. Even on my lonely days, I know that I am still loved. It's pretty often that I feel I just don't fit in, and that's okay, 'cause everybody's different, and not everything works out. Sometimes I just need to step back